G'day folks, welcome to this unboxing of Vietnam 1965 to 1975. This is a game designed by Nick Karp, published by GMT Games in 2021, and I recently received this in the GMT sale, so time to crack it open. I've had a quick overview of the rulebook. It's quite hefty. There are quite a few different scenarios in this, so I've also looked at the different scenarios, and I just used Vassal to look at the opening scenario, just to see kind of what the game kind of looked at. So now I want to open it up and have a look at the in-game components. Rules of play. Now, okay, so it's a 43-page rulebook. My initial glance, how far in did I get to it? Really not far at all. Okay, so I thought I read more. Only got a couple of pages. So yeah, the map, which I'll show you in a moment, is divided into these zones and regions. Here are the units. You've got battalion and division and artillery units. The opening scenario that I looked at had an artillery unit and a couple of small battalions. You've got your naval units, which are held in an off-map box. You've got leaders. What else do you have? The rulebook, initial impression, is quite text heavy. A couple of illustrated examples. Okay, and this is based on, I should point out, this is based on the old, is it mentioned, here we go, let's look at the playbook, designer notes. It might be mentioned here. Approach Victory Games, yeah. So based on the old VG design. 1984, I think I said during the kind of initial opening of the package from GMT. So where is it? Where is the publication date? I think it was 1984, thereabouts. Okay, so Nick goes on to explain some of the design decisions in this this renewed version. Example of play at the start, which I haven't looked through. Here are the scenarios. So Operation Starlight, this is the one that I set up on Vassal. One game turn, just a couple of units, 3 3rd Marine Battalion, 2 4th 3rd Marine Battalion, 155 millimeter artillery battalion, and 3 7 1st Marine, 7 1st Marine headquarters, and then the NLF gets 70th Regiment and 1 political section, which, because I had planned to play it solitaire, I had set up randomly, so you just roll the dice to see where they go. But then there are other scenarios as well, so it kind of gradually steps up. Silver Bayonet, Operation Long Reach, First Volley, etc. Okay, so gradually the units involved and the scope gets larger and larger until you can get to the 18.2 campaign scenarios. Okay, using record sheets to track their supplies, etc. All right, so that's the playbook. Getting back to the rulebook. Combat rules, terrain rules, support, firepower, artillery rules, air power, support missions, formations, intelligence, the ARVN, seasonal interphase, part of the sequence of play, pacification, strategic bombing, South Vietnamese politics, morale and commitment, reinforcements, including draft, population, the like, regional maximums, the NVA, through to the end. Suggested reading and a pretty comprehensive index by the looks of it. So we have quite a few, I think there are three maps, yep. So we have got, let's take a look at these maps. All right, so here is the north, the border with North Vietnam from Hue. Okay, down the coast there. Then we have got Well, this looks to be the southern map. Saigon. Okay, we've got the leader display down the bottom, various tables, and then this is the central map. Okay, so you can play sort of small one region scenarios, a bit of a sandbox game where you can, I've seen a few people just set up their own little scenarios in small regions. Full campaign, you're probably looking at the full 3 maps, setting those out with quite a big footprint. So yeah, quite versatile in terms of range of options for setting it up. We have got 6 counter sheets, and they just want to fly out of that, so they punch out pretty quickly. Front and back, a lot of combat units, which is good to see. Okay, so we've got about 3.5 counter sheets with combat units, and then 2.5 counter sheets with administrative counters. Operations, operating, ops complete, various tracking, patrol, holding, effectiveness modifiers. Okay, so 5 of these, typical thick GMT production quality. These, we have got a lot of, there are quite a few off-map boxes, off-map charts. We have got, there's about a dozen, there's more, about 2 dozen of these. Okay, so we have got combat results table, diorama modifiers, double-sided terrain effects chart. There are 2 of these, 1 for each player. We have got, this is a A4 population control reference, strategic bombing, blockade table, and a morale chart. Look at all of those modifiers to morale. And then a unit cost chart. That's quite impressive. Okay, 2 of those, 1 for each player. That's why there's so many, because there's 1 for each player, and they are 4 A4 pages. Here we have got, this is search and destroy flow chart. Okay, quite a lot going on there. Search and destroy, clear and secure. We have got diagram B, security, flowchart, diagram C, bombardment, flowchart. This is good, it looks very clear. Not knowing anything about how these work, it's nice. And then an operations flowchart. Being an operation, NLF elects to operate, yes or no. Pretty cool. And again, 2 of those, 1 for each player. There's only 1 of these. This is the basic sequence of play. Game turn, conduct twice each season, and then the seasonal interphase, record keeping, pacification, strategic war, bombing, trail status, blockade, politics, recruitment, unit status. Really interesting. So, a lot of, this is your operations phase, movement, alert, combat, retreat, etc. You've got this whole interface with all these other things going on at the same time. I've got some record sheets, which will need to be photocopied, quite a few of these. So we've got NLF, SVN, US. We've got an alternate population control sheet, divided into the provinces and the years and seasons. Then we've got these off-map boxes, so the NLF holding boxes, various divisions, and allied holding boxes. There's a turn, this is interesting, turn tracks on one side. I guess if you're doing a smaller scenario, because I'm pretty sure I saw the turn track on one of the maps, and then a holding box on the other. I guess if you needed to, you could easily photocopy that general record track. There you go, and then it comes with 2 dice as well. So folks, that is Vietnam. As I said, I don't know great, usually I'm more prepared. I have read through more of the rulebook, but as I said, I got partway through this and I thought, no, I'll go set up Tantai Monta. So that is Vietnam, 1965 to 1975. I am just wondering, and a few people have commented on how soloable this is. I'm going to give it a go. Apparently there's some hidden information that you need to wrestle with, but I'll see if I can fool myself into forgetting what I've done and where things are, because I'm pretty keen to check this out. High complexity, low solitaire suitability, but I'm keen to test this and see what we can do with Vietnam 1965 to 1975. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care.